Datuk Dayat Silan, Director General of National Housing Department, distinguished speakers, panelists, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning to each and every one of you. On behalf of the Ministry of Housing and Local Government, I'm delighted to be here to deliver a simple keynote address in REDA Institute's Regional Housing Conference 2024, and also to launch the REDA Institute Research Report titled Affordable Housing, Second Series, Closing the Gap, a strategic approach to balancing supply and demand, in the presence of many Malaysian industry stakeholders, as well as international housing experts from around the world. To all our international speakers and delegates, welcome to Malaysia. Selamat datang. Housing is the umbrella term for different types of accommodation in which one has temporary or permanent shelters to live, sleep, work, or rehab. The concept of housing provides a host of basic needs, particularly shelter, personal property, as well as privacy. The housing industry is a very important element of the economy, and we need to enhance the industry's reputation and growth to continue to contribute to the nation's coffers. The economic multiplier in the business and supply chain is high. However, the business must be structured to ensure it remains vibrant and healthy, at the same time give strong confidence to the purchasers and protect their interests as well. There's a reason why, while I engage REDA Institute, we are always here to provide a fair and balanced view. So I'm not pro-developer, neither do I pro the buyers. I pro all around it. That is my duty. Ladies and gentlemen, in 2023 alone, we have some good news to share with you, that the ministry has approved 1,340 developers licenses and also 2,631 advertising and sales permit APDL. It has been issued to the developers with 195,958 housing units approved by the National Housing Department. Out of this, 64,000 or 32.7% were actually in affordable housing category, the selling price at not more than 300,000. Ladies and gentlemen, there's some positive news. Malaysia property market has recorded more than 399,000 transactions in 2023, worth close to 200 billion ringgit in terms of the value, which is an increase of 2.5% number of transaction growth and 9.9% in terms of the value of the growth compared to 2022. This is a healthy recovery, and in 2024, property market is widely expected to start recovering on the back of a more positive outlook for the economy. For instance, recently, the Star has just reported Malaysia has now become a magnet to attract expatriates. I just got the latest figure from Immigration Department. For 2023, in terms of issues of expatriate passes by the Immigration Department has issued 154,155 working permits to expatriates, which is one of the highest numbers in decades. Compared to 2022, Immigration Department only issued 110,000. Last year is 154,000. There's an increase of nearly 50% in terms of number of expatriates attracted to move, work, live in Malaysia. This is a strong sign of recovery. And I, for one, can sleep peacefully, because I am very sure Malaysia's property market has no bubble. So there's no bubble to burst. We have maybe slow but steady growth in Malaysian property market. That is the message I would like to send to the market. You still can continue to launch, apply APTL from Datuk Jaya Silan. The steady growth signifies that the improved condition of Malaysia's domestic market, as well as that for these next 3 years, we foresee a very healthy growth. Especially before I am on the way here, I did a simple analysis of the property sector stocks in KLSE. For many of them, some of the top performance counter has in fact seen a 700% growth in terms of the share price in last 12 months. This shows that our property market is on a steady road of recovery. That is why this is important. The market must have confidence that we will attract more international players as well as domestic players. I would like to announce here, next year, Malaysia is going to be the chairman of ASEAN. And for the first time in history, Malaysia is going to host ASEAN Property Summit in KLCC next year. We can prepare to work together, to prepare to work with all the stakeholders to make and also to promote Malaysia as the gateway to ASEAN, as the center of ASEAN, the fastest economic growth region in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to move to my next topic. Moving forward, urban planning development will be another catalyst of growth for Malaysia's property sector. It is vital for our economic and social agenda for the country, particularly with the current urbanization rate. Many actually don't realize, as at today, 78% of Malaysian population are already staying in the urban area. And the numbers is expected to grow to 84% by 2040. In other words, by 2040, only 16% of Malaysian population actually stay in kampung. 84% will all stay in urban area. This is by choice. Many buildings in Malaysia are currently aging, and renewal efforts can help in restoring and reviving dilapidated and economically non-viable urban areas through the implementation of urban renewal guidelines. For everyone's information, our ministry is looking seriously to table the new act to ensure our cities will continue to have urban regeneration, urban redevelopment, urban rejuvenation, as well as urban reconservation. Okay? This new act will be a game changer to our housing development industry. For your information, the Madani government and DBKL has planned to transform KL into a renowned and exemplary urban center of the future through the Kuala Lumpur Smart City Master Plan, Plan Strategic DBKL, and also Plan Structure Kuala Lumpur PSKL 2040, which cannot happen if buildings in our cities, including strata properties, are left vacant, abandoned due to legal issues, then leading to potential urban slums. Ladies and gentlemen, in terms of urban redevelopment of our key cities, for instance, in our capital city, Kuala Lumpur, DBKL has also identified 139 potential areas covering approximately 1,300 acres of prime land, which has been listed ready for redevelopment in the city, with 91 of them being residential sites, as already stated and indicated in KL Structural Plan 2040. So Reda's member, please grab the opportunity siapa cepat dia dapat. And of course, the government is prepared to move in line with this latest development, and we are gearing towards the new Urban Redevelopment Act to bring down the consent threshold. Right? The details will be announced at the right time soon. We strongly encourage all stakeholders to work together with KPKT for the planned urban redevelopment of our cities, which will increase the economic value, leading to creation of more jobs and investment opportunities once the new act is passed. A basic calculation shows that if we succeeded in redeveloping the 139 sites which has already been identified, we can actually create a roughly 322 billion of GDP. This is huge for Malaysia's economy. In terms of the regional housing conference today, which titled "How Does Housing Impact Sustainable Urban Development and City Planning?" I would like to convey my congratulations to the organizer for bringing in together regional experts and stakeholders for housing from as far as from Australia, Hong Kong, and also our neighboring country, Singapore, which provides a learning and engagement opportunity for housing stakeholders from all over Malaysia to learn from best housing practices in the region. I hope REDA Institute will continue to organize such international events to allow for more opportunities for international visitors to spend time in Malaysia, and as well as tourists before or after the conference, as well as to promote Malaysia to the world. Never forget, 2026 is Visit Malaysia year. As Malaysia, our beloved country, continue to advance rapidly, we must not also forget about the housing needs of the rakyat, especially those requiring affordable types of housing and those requiring social housing. Learning from the ever-evolving best housing research and practices globally, KPKT is committed to explore and also implement best housing practices, subject to it being suitable for the Malaysian context. We have launched a Housing Integrated Management System, HIMS, since the 1st of January 2022, which we have heard from Dato' Jaya just now, this morning, during his presentation. HIMS system structure has been designed as end-to-end process in a form of ease of doing business for private housing developers, from applying the developer's license right to the electronic or e-SPA generations and updating the housing project in compliance of Act 118. As the government plays a vital role in creating a simplified working process with high efficiency and effectiveness to help facilitate smoother licensing and documentation procedure. Simultaneously, this will enhance the overall home buying experience by providing transparency, accountability, and efficient customer service. All the information on licensed housing project have been seamlessly updated in almost real time, from HIMS to TERDO, what we call a System Bank Data Perumahan, to help purchaser and public at large to follow up any project status, from availability of unit and price to project construction status. This empowers individuals to make informed decisions, narrowing their research and reducing time spent on property hunting. In terms of housing affordability, KPKT is currently implementing a more scientific mapping type after listening to REDA Institute. Don't say that we never listen, we always listen. And we always adopt whatever good idea, which we believe, under our national housing policy, we ensure the right type of pricing could offer depending on certain states and localities, through a more scientific guide-based decision based on statistics and figure. We believe that, for instance, previously under the National Housing Policy 1.0, definition of affordable housing was not more than 300,000. But the price of affordable homes in Kelantan or Kelantan and Kuala Lumpur is measured on the same threshold of 300,000, which to me doesn't make sense. As such, we are prepared to come up with a more realistic definition of affordable housing according to the region. Klang Valley, one price. And then East Coast, another price. How come I didn't listen any clap from the developers? Or another one, I just withdraw it, just cancel, stick to 300,000. I've been made to understand that this new Affordable Housing 2 report by Radar Institute Research is working actually in collaboration with researchers from University Utara Malaysia, Bank Pembangunan Malaysia, and various other organizations, which provide some new research insights on how housing affordability could be better measured and considered, considering the expenses and net disposable income of each urban household. It is interesting to note that, just now Malati has also explained, actually, according to the new approach, many of our housing, the affordability rate is 39.6%. So it's not as what a medium income principle, which is as low as 14.6%, right? So over the past decades, the housing industry has undergone significant transformation in response to the evolving needs of our society. These changes push us to become more resilient, and it is time to review our regulation and act to make it more business friendly, therefore, but as well as to protect the buyer interests. I, for one, believe among you who sit here, many are very honest, reputable, honorable developers. Right? But outside, there are also some of them are unscrupulous and the black sheep of the industry. This is a fact known by each and every one of you. Therefore, we are now considering to introduce a more holistic approach in streamline the real estate market, which is to include the commercial property by introducing a new act which is may call a Real Property Act in Peninsular Malaysia to govern the protection of the interests of purchasers, developers, landowners for the matters connected therewith, not only residential properties as well as commercial properties. But yet, this is subject to discussion. I'm not here to impose any new policies, but we are open for the idea. Let me take this opportunity to remind every one of you. Since day one, I was given the task to head the ministries. We have a 3 open policy: open door, open mind, open heart policy. Radar, Dato' Jeffrey, Dato' NK Tong, they can be the witness. See how open and friendly we are. They call me and text me 3 o'clock in the morning also, I sometimes reply. I told you that we are prepared to have open heart, open door policies, we listen. And then we will only implement if we feel that it is fair and balanced to all sectors. This is not easy, but yet we will do it. Like what I mentioned just now, the Real Property Act, this is not new actually. You all know. It has been practiced in Dubai. It has also been practiced in Australia. Right? The commercial properties is all included under the Real Property Act. That's only in Malaysia. And Act 118, when was it legislated? It was in 1970s, right? Or 1983? What year? 1966. 1966, I was not born. Ladies and gentlemen, all stakeholders in the industry should be open to learn from new innovative practices and perspectives. As the real property industry is always evolving and is always dynamic, we believe all stakeholders will look forward to learn more of Radar Institute research finding. So last but not the least, I take this opportunity once again to congratulate Radar Institute for taking all this initiative in terms of creating an individual platform for exchange of ideas through this housing conference, and also dedicated housing research initiative to contribute for the betterment of the housing industry and also Malaysia, truly Asia. Thank you. Salam Malaysia. Thank you.